Your morning defines who you are, not your shining moments, but that very first moment when you open your eyes. Do you get up immediately, or do you let your pillow decide your life? A hard truth you need to hear. The way you start your morning equals the way you live your life. If you start with procrastination, your entire day will be delayed. If you start with weakness, your whole day will be ruled by the world. But if you start with discipline, you become the one who leads your life. Look at yourself this morning. Did you grab your phone the moment you woke up? Did you scroll through social media, check notifications, and let others invade your mind before you even thought for yourself? Are you so afraid of responsibility that you pull the blanket over your head to hide from reality? That is not a bad morning. That is a battlefield you just ran away from. Marcus Aurelius once said, "When the sun rises, it is your duty to get up and fight as a human being." Who do you want to become? The one awakened by the world, or the one who awakens himself? A warrior does not wait for motivation. A warrior awakens discipline. A warrior does not hope for a better day. A warrior creates it. You have spent too many mornings living as a victim of your pillow, dopamine, and fear. Today, you decide that enough is enough. Place your feet on the ground. Take a deep breath. Put your hand over your heart. Feel the rhythm of life giving you one more chance. This day is not random. It is an invitation, a challenge, a ritual of the 1%. Those who choose to train their mind before the world can shape it. If you dare to stay until the end of this video, you will not be the same person. Comment now to declare your identity. I lead, not my comfort. If you want different results, start with one truth. Morning is not a spiritual time. It is a biological and disciplined lever. Whoever masters these two leads the entire day. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind in outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Science stands on the same side. When you wake up, cortisol naturally peaks, helping you stay alert. If you use it right, you enter a deep work state. If you use it wrong, that by checking notifications, social media, comparisons, and borrowed emotions, your brain falls into chaos. The result? You lose sovereignty in the very first minute. Epictetus said, "It is not things themselves that disturb us, but our judgments about them." Your first judgment of the day sets the opening move. Do you call this morning a battlefield or a refuge? Do you see challenges as enemies or as weights for training? The same reality. Two interpretations, two destinies. Habits make up nearly half of our daily actions. That means you do not need to wait for motivation. You just need the right system. When the system wins, emotions follow. That is stoicism in practice. Act according to your values, not your moods. Seneca reminds us, there is no favorable wind for a ship that does not know where it is going. Without goals or rituals, your morning drifts into someone else's hands, a harsh message, a sarcastic comment, an entertaining video, and your entire day is programmed by randomness. You are not lazy, you are simply lacking mental boundaries. So create a disciplined, safe zone in your first 30 minutes. Call it the ritual of the 1%. Simple, repeatable, measurable. Not flashy, just precise. Start with your body. Stand tall, shoulders open, eyes forward. Your body sends the command to your mind. I am ready. Move for 2 to 3 minutes to raise your heart rate slightly. Mechanics lead, emotions follow. You cannot be slouched and expect your mind to be on fire. Next, your breath. Steady, deep, and intentional. Each breath is an anchor that pulls you out of the digital storm. As you inhale, you choose presence. As you exhale, you lower the noise of the day. Then control your inputs. Leave your phone in another room. Turn off all notifications until you complete your first mission. It is not about hating technology. It is about using it after you use yourself. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." The morning is where this principle becomes your operating system. You do not need 10 tasks. You need one that is right, and do it first, do it well, be silent about the rest. In today's world, winners are not those who know more, but those who filter better. Filter the noise. Filter the temporary desires. Filter everything that does not serve your values. Each filter is a reclaiming of your sovereignty. Here is a real-life example. You are a marketing professional. This morning, you have 3 things waiting: your boss's email, a noisy social feed, and a 60-minute deep work session for your campaign plan. Choose the campaign plan because it creates value. Once it is done, you can answer emails with control, not anxiety. Micro action right now. Get out of bed, place your phone outside the room, drink some water, take 10 deep breaths, and write 1 sentence. This morning, I do what's right first. That is a minimalist oath, yet powerful enough to change your axis. Epictetus reminds us of freedom. Freedom is understanding what's within your control and what is not. Every morning is a classroom teaching you that lesson again. Do you choose to control yourself or to be controlled? Do you choose discipline or comfort? There is no gray zone, only identity. From here, we move to Rule 1. Wake up by decision, not by feeling. Morning is your first battle of the day, and you already know your enemy, feeling. Feeling always wants comfort. Feeling always wants you to pull the blanket and sleep a few more minutes. Feeling always whispers, it is okay, you can start tomorrow. Feeling is seductive, and it is exactly what pulls you away from the strong person you want to become. Just one small act like hitting snooze comes with a heavy price. You just proved to yourself that you are willing to surrender in the very first moment. You taught your mind that procrastination is acceptable. You told yourself that discipline is optional. And the most dangerous part, you get used to it. If you let your feelings decide your morning, you will let your feelings decide your life. Epictetus said, first say to yourself what you would be, then do what you have to do. If you call yourself a warrior but stay in bed surrendering to your pillow, your words and your actions move in opposite directions. When that contradiction repeats every day, your self-respect collapses from the inside out. Here's the truth. You do not stay in bed because you need more sleep. You stay in bed because you are hiding from responsibility, hiding from pressure, hiding from the discomfort of starting a new day. But the small act of avoidance, repeated daily, becomes the habit of giving up. Morning is when your brain has the strongest willpower energy. That is the time you can make the right decisions without too much struggle. But if you start the day with defeat, every other decision easily slides toward weakness. A warrior does not wait for inspiration to get up. A warrior gets up, then inspiration follows. Change just a few seconds of your first action, and you can change the entire course of your day. A simple example. 2 people set their alarms for 6 o'clock in the morning. One gets up within 3 seconds, the other hits snooze and drifts in and out of half sleep. The difference is one decision. But one starts the day with victory while the other starts with guilt and fatigue. One day apart, one life apart. The action to take when you wake up: open your eyes, count down 3 seconds, sit up, place your feet on the floor, and take 3 deep breaths. Simple, non-negotiable. Do it before you feel ready. The emotion will catch up later. You may say, I want to wake up early. But what defines you is not your words. It is your action when the alarm rings. That is the signature you sign on your own destiny. You do not need to conquer the world in the morning. You only need to conquer yourself in that first moment. When your feet touch the ground, you are saying, I choose to lead my life today, not my comfort. You do not need witnesses. You do not need praise. You know within yourself that you have won. And that quiet victory repeated every morning builds a self-respect stronger than any external motivation. Ask yourself, do you want your morning defined by discipline or by instinct? Do you want to be the one who leads or the one who is dragged? When the alarm goes off, are you a warrior or a prisoner of your pillow? If you want to change your life, change the moment you open your eyes. Write down your identity declaration, because the words you speak lead the actions you take. Comment, I lead, not my comfort. You rule. In 2, master your attention. No phone for the first 30 minutes of the day in the morning. You are in your purest state. Your mind has just awakened, untouched by anyone or anything. That is the moment you hold full control over your awareness. Yet most people hand that power away in the first few seconds. They open their eyes, reach out, and grab the phone like an unconscious reflex. Social media, news, notifications flood the mind faster than your own breath. From that moment on, they have become reactive, no longer proactive. When you touch your phone, the instant you wake up, your brain is drenched in instant dopamine. It makes you feel busy, but in truth, it is empty. It makes you feel connected, but in truth, it is dependent. It convinces you that you are catching up with life, but in truth, your life has not even begun and is already being controlled. Marcus Aurelius warned, keep your mind in your own hands. Do not hand it to others. Your morning does not spin out of control because you are weak. It spins out because you open the wrong door first. You let others rush in before you lay the foundation for your day. One negative comment, one emotionally charged message, one entertaining video that sweeps your brain away, and you spend the entire day fighting to reclaim the focus you already lost. Think about it. If you need your phone to feel awake, it means you have lost the inner energy that is the human being's natural fuel. If your morning depends on what happens on a screen, your life will depend on the noise outside. You may say, just a little bit, but every little bit drags you for 10, 20, then 40 minutes. By the time you finally stand up, the initiative of your morning has been swallowed whole. Your sharp energy has turned into a vague fatigue. Your mind has been spent on what does not matter. Observe two kinds of people. One wakes up and spends the first 30 minutes caring for the self, focusing on breath, the body, and the single most important mission of the day. The other spends the first 30 minutes watching how others live. One builds the future, the other hands the present to someone else. The difference is brutal. If you do not control what you let into your mind each morning, you will be controlled by what you allow in. Morning is not the place to receive chaos. Morning is where you fortify inner order. There is one small but powerful action that can change all of this. Place your phone in another room before you go to sleep. When you wake, you are forced to use yourself, not dopamine, to begin the day. Drink water, breathe deeply, feel your body. Think about the single most important thing to complete. When you choose yourself first, you send a strong signal to the brain. Today, I am the one who leads. In reality, you do not need to do more. You just need to not touch the phone. Do not let the outside world access you before you touch your own life with intention. When you delay social media, you do not miss anything important. You only miss the noise, and that is the greatest gift you can give yourself each morning. Ask yourself, do you want to begin the day by moving forward or by being swept away? Do you want to be the one in charge or just another account in someone's endless feed? Do you want to focus on your real life or spend your most precious attention on someone else's? If you want to become sharper, clearer, and stronger each day, protect your morning attention like a warrior guards the city gate. This single correct choice is enough to significantly change your productivity, your mood, and your self-respect over the long run. Write it below in the comments to turn it into your oath. My attention is my power. Rule 3. Master your breath to master your mind. Have you ever woken up with a head that feels heavy, like something is pressing down on it? Your breath is short, your heart is fast, and it feels like the day has begun with pressure. Nothing bad has actually happened, but your body has already switched on stress mode. That is because you let your mind run before your awareness fully woke up. You open your eyes, and 100 streams of thought rush in. Unfinished tasks, waiting responsibilities, nameless worries. Your breath breaks into pieces, and you step out of bed like someone being hunted. Most people today forget they hold the most powerful tool to return to the present, the breath, and not an application, not a podcast, not a motivational video, just the breath. It is so simple, you underestimate it. Yet that simple thing is the foundation of calm, presence, and sharpness. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Where your mind is, there your life is." When you let your mind run backward into the past or hurl forward into the future, you lose control of the present. And when you lose the present, you lose everything. Morning is the perfect moment to reclaim your place in your own life. The first thing you need to do is not check messages and not respond to anyone. You need to breathe correctly, and breathe with intention. Modern science shows that breath can shift heart rate, lower cortisol, and move the brain into a focused state, but you do not need research to feel it. Stand up, drop your shoulders, inhale one long deep breath through your nose, hold for 1 second, then exhale slowly through your mouth. In that instant, a part of your mind is freed. You return to yourself. Imagine two people waking on an important morning. One lets worry seize the breath and the mind. The other stands, places a hand over the chest, takes 10 deep breaths, and brings awareness back to the body. One begins with chaos, the other begins with control. In a competitive world, the person who controls the morning mind controls the game. Breath is the cord between mind and body. When you command the breath, you command both. When you inhale deeply, you send the signal that you are ready. When you exhale slowly, you release what does not serve you. Every breath is a reminder that you are still in charge of your life. Ignore the breath, and you drown in noise. Master the breath, and you rise above disturbance. Not because life becomes easier, but because your mind becomes stronger. Look back at your mornings. You wake and get swept away. You chase emails, you chase deadlines, you chase other people's demands, but you rarely pause to ask, where is my mind? Why am I rushing when I do not even know what I am aiming at? A warrior does not run blind. A warrior steadies the breath before entering the field. Practice a simple ritual the moment you wake. Sit upright with both feet on the floor. Inhale through the nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 2 seconds. Exhale through the mouth for 6 seconds. Repeat 10 times. No analysis, no judgment, only breathe and be present. Your morning will change color because of this alone. If you want to know whether you are living or simply reacting, look at your breath. If it is rushed and shallow, you are being pulled. If it is deep and calm, you are at the wheel. Before you leave the room, ask yourself, who is setting my rhythm today? Me or the world out there? If you truly want to become unshakable, start with the smallest thing that holds the greatest power. Write it below in the comments to turn it into your oath. I own this moment. Rule 4. Turn morning adversity into mental strength. Do you know what makes many people fall apart first thing in the morning? It is not that they are weak. It is that they believe every difficulty that arrives is a sign of bad luck. They wake, see a packed schedule, and tense up immediately. They receive an urgent message and lose their composure. They hear one unpleasant line, and their entire day is poisoned. They treat adversity as an enemy to avoid. The Stoic is the opposite. The Stoic treats adversity as training, as the necessary test that upgrades the self. Marcus Aurelius said, "The obstacle to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Your morning is not designed to pamper you. It is designed to challenge you. It asks one very clear question: will you surrender or will you grow? Every difficulty that appears is not here to make you suffer. It is here to make you sharper. Most people react by instinct, complaining, grumbling, anger, discouragement. With that reaction, you lose the chance to become stronger. Imagine you wake and realize you must handle a problem you never wanted. Instead of collapsing, pause and say quietly, "This is my drill to level up." If everything were too easy, you would learn nothing. No muscle grows without load. No mind grows strong without tests. Seneca wrote, "Fire tests gold, adversity tests the person." Yet in modern life, people want gold without heat. They want mental strength without discomfort, so their lives stay stuck. Look at the people you admire. What do they share? None had a smooth path. They chose to look at adversity with different eyes that are grateful for the training. Morning is the perfect ground for this. You wake and it rains. Others say bad luck. The Stoic thinks, "This is my chance to train consistency." You wake and your body feels tired. Others say, "Sleep more." The Stoic thinks, "Precisely because I am tired, I will stand up and win over myself." You wake to bad news. Others plunge into negativity. The Stoic asks, "What can I control right now?" What happens matters less than how you interpret it. Morning challenges you to answer, who is driving? If you nod and let adversity steer your emotions, you hand the reins of your life to something unworthy. If you look straight at hardship and say, "I am ready," you establish your spiritual authority. Train a tiny ritual each morning to shift your mindset. When the unwanted appears, pause for 1 second and breathe deeply, then say, "This is my opportunity to train." No theatrics, Just one new thought. You will be surprised how quickly negative feelings weaken. You place yourself back in the active position. You stop being a victim of circumstances. You become the person who uses circumstances to grow stronger. A warrior does not ask, "Why me?" A warrior asks, "What is today's lesson?" Change the question, change the identity, change the belief, change the action, and your life follows. They know every morning difficulty is a brick in your mental fortress. Avoid it and your walls stay thin. Embrace it and your walls thicken day by day. One day you will look back and realize you no longer fear what once made you uneasy. Ask yourself, what is controlling me this morning? Worry or initiative? Fear or determination? Am I being tested or am I being gifted a training ground? If you want to become unbreakable, train yourself from the morning, starting with the smallest things. Answer adversity with calm and inner strength. That is the Stoic identity. Write a declaration to remember this every morning. Obstacles build me. Rule 5, do the hardest thing first to own the day. There is a truth everyone knows, but very few have the courage to practice. If you do not do the most important thing in the morning, it will almost certainly be delayed all day. Why? Because as the day goes on, your willpower drains, your body tires, and your excuses multiply. The hard task does not disappear. It waits for the end of the day and laughs at you. See? Another failure. Many say they want to become their best self, but they begin the day with small distractions, a little scrolling, a few messages, tidying the desk, making a very slow cup of coffee. It looks busy, but it is refined procrastination. They are avoiding the one thing that can move life forward. That is not busyness, that is self-betrayal. Marcus Aurelius said, "Do not waste time arguing about what a good person should be. Be one." The hardest task each morning is a mirror, not of who you say you are, but of who you prove you are. Do you face your biggest mission, or do you let procrastination win the opening round? When you tackle the hardest task in the first 60 minutes, you create a powerful psychological surge. I can do this. I can face it. I am moving forward. When the mind believes that, it pulls the whole day into the orbit of victory. If you let the hard thing hang overhead, it weighs on your mind. Every passing minute adds guilt and inferiority. You spend energy dodging instead of doing. At night, you are disappointed in yourself, even if no one says a word. Look at two people with the same important mission: writing a plan, finishing a major assignment, calling a client, or training for self-improvement. One does it as soon as fully awake. The other delays it until evening. The first sleeps with pride. The second sleeps with a stone on the chest. One peaceful night and one restless night, separated by the timing of courage. A warrior does not avoid the strong opponent. A warrior seeks the strong opponent first to prove resolve. No one becomes extraordinary by starting the day with ease. Every hard thing you face is an invisible medal pinned to your spirit. Choose the single task that will make the greatest difference in your life. It is not the task many people demand from you. It is the task you know you must do. The upgrade task, the value-creating task, the one that scares you and excites you. That one. Do it while you still have the clarity to choose what is right over what is easy. No need to sprint. You just need to start. Start before the brain finds reasons to stall. Start before fear learns how to speak. The ritual is very clear. Wake up, drink water, breathe deeply, sit at your desk. Work on the hardest task for 30 to 60 minutes. No social media, no messages, no distractions. When you finish, you have won the most important battle of the day. From there on, everything else is secondary. You have earned the right to be proud of yourself. No one can take that feeling away. Ask yourself, how do you want to end each day? Proud or regretful? Do you want to be the person who actively shapes destiny, or the person who sits while opportunity disappears again? The hard thing shows up for your growth, not for your avoidance. If you want your life to rise, begin each morning with a real victory, not an easy victory, a victory that builds a stronger version of you. Write your oath so it can pull you out of procrastination. I choose progress. Rule 6. Posture creates power. Your stance shapes your state. Have you noticed this? Some days you move through everything feeling like you lack energy, confidence, and strength to face difficulty. It is not because you lack skill. It is because in the very second you stepped out of bed, your body told your mind you were not ready. The body and mind are always in conversation. If your body is collapsed, folded, shoulders drooping, eyes down, the mind reads a signal of weakness. If your posture is open, upright, and grounded, the mind receives the message, I am in command. Seneca reminded us, the body is the companion of the mind, not its burden. Yet most people begin the day as if they're carrying the world. They step out of bed slowly, back curved, as if trying to hide from the day. No wonder they feel indecisive and easily pulled into anxiety. Others may not notice it, but you know exactly when you stand like a warrior and when you stand like a defeated person. You feel the difference in every breath, every stride, every movement. A warrior is not powerful only because of muscle, but because of how they claim space. When your body is steady, your mind is sturdy. When your stance is strong, negative emotions have a harder time breaking in. Watch two people enter a room. One has open shoulders, head up, steps that are clean and decisive. The other looks down, shoulders caved, steps small and hurried, without a word. You already know who commands more respect and who holds more self-respect. Be honest with yourself. Which one are you most mornings? Powerful breathing needs an open body. A clear mind needs a confident stance. If you want to command your mood, the first move is to adjust how you stand and how you move. The moment you straighten your spine, you invite your mind into a combative state. The moment you open your shoulders, you tell the world you are ready. The moment your steps are firm, you declare that you are the one who leads, not the one who is dragged. You do not need a gym. You do not need equipment. You only need a simple ritual. When you leave the bed, stand tall. Plant both feet on the ground. Open and relax your shoulders. Chest forward, eyes on the horizon, not the floor. Take one long, deep breath. Feel each muscle wake up. Let your body tell you, today we will not tremble. Today we will step forward. This brief ritual can transform your entire feeling state. Action comes first. Emotion follows. Do not wait for a good mood to stand tall. Stand tall first, and the strong mood will come. Do not wait for someone to ask you to show confidence. Let your posture speak for your inner strength. Do not wait for life to become easy before you walk firmly. Walk firmly while life is hard. Do not wait for success to feel proud. Be proud from the way you stand. You may ask, can a posture change anything big? The answer is, it changes the person who holds it. That person changes their actions. Actions change destiny. Everything begins with what seems small. Ask yourself each morning, do I walk like a winner or like someone who has already surrendered? If you want life to respect you, start by respecting yourself in your posture and stance. Your body already knows the person you want to become. Let it lead. Write your declaration in the comments to ignite your day. I rise with strength. Rule 7, protect your mind. Take 10 minutes of silent isolation. So no one invades you. The moment you wake up, the world tries to rush straight into your mind. Unanswered messages, unopened emails, work waiting, social media that never sleeps. And before you can even stand firmly on your own 2 feet, your mind is pulled in 100 directions. You have not yet decided who you are, but you are already reacting to others. That is why so many people enter the day feeling pushed, swept along, and controlled. They do not choose what influences them. They simply receive whatever's thrown at them. Then they wonder why they never feel focused enough, calm enough, or in control enough. Listen to Epictetus. If you do not control your mind, someone else will. You cannot lead your life if you allow anyone to storm into your mind first thing in the morning. Morning is not for reacting. Morning is for establishing sovereignty. And you need a pocket of complete silence. No phone, no news, no work. No one is allowed in. This is the time to strengthen your mental foundation before the world tests it. Let me ask you, how many days has it been since you truly sat down and listened to yourself? How many times have you let other people set the pace of your day? How long has it been since you remembered the powerful inner voice within you? People do not lose focus because they are incapable. They lose focus because they have no protective fences. Consider a familiar example. One person wakes and immediately checks the phone. In the first 10 minutes, 20 separate bits of information have already shaped their state. They spend the rest of the day sorting through chaos. The other person spends the first 10 minutes in silence, thinking about the single most important thing today. They begin with initiative. They enter the day as the guide, not the follower. That difference is not about talent or circumstances. It is about the choice made in the first 10 minutes. You can call it meditation. You can call it focus. You can call it breathing. The name does not matter. What matters is that you pull your troops back from the world and build your own mental fortress. Practice ritual. As soon as you finish your basic morning steps, sit down, straight spine, both feet planted on the ground, no phone in hand, do not seek sounds, do not force positive thoughts, simply recognize that you are here. Breathe deeply. If thoughts appear, just observe them and let them pass. Your mind will return to its strong original nature. You will discover something interesting. The most important thoughts rise up in silence. Real priorities appear only when the noise disappears. A warrior does not enter the field with an unsteady spirit. A warrior does not wait to feel right before fighting. A warrior creates stability from within. Ask yourself, who sets my mind each morning? Me or the outside noise? Am I living my life or merely reacting to the lives of others? Morning is where you choose sides. Either you protect your mind or you allow it to be occupied. If you are serious about becoming stronger, treat these 10 minutes as a sacred ritual that nothing is allowed to violate. Write your mental training declaration. My mind is my fortress. Rule 8. Define 3 guiding values. So you do not get lost in the noise. Many people open their eyes and step into the day without knowing what they are moving toward. They wake up and let the world's machinery sweep them along like a boat drifting on an ocean without a map. They react to whatever happens instead of choosing what is right. That is why they often end the day exhausted, unsure if they did anything meaningful at all. In modern life, you have endless options, yet you do not know which choices actually make you a better person. You get pulled toward what is easy instead of what is right. You get pulled by others before you listen to yourself. Slowly, you lose the direction of your life. Seneca said, "If you do not know your destination, no wind is favorable." The truth is this: you cannot focus if you do not know what deserves your focus. You cannot be consistent if you do not know what deserves your consistency. You cannot stand firm if you do not know what you are defending. That is why each morning you must choose 3 non-negotiable values, 3 principles that aim every action for the day. They might be discipline, self-respect, integrity, patience, growth, gratitude, focus, responsibility, or loving in the right way. The words are not what matter. Living them is what matters. When you decide your values first, you will know what deserves a no, know what does not deserve your reaction, know what is priority number 1, know what does not fit the person you are building. Look at 2 people facing the same situation. One is swept away by emotion and acts impulsively. The other remembers that today they chose calm and integrity. So they respond with wisdom instead of reacting by instinct. The results of that day are completely different. Choosing 3 values each morning is like putting on spiritual armor. You are ready to step into the world without fearing the chaos and temptations. Practice a simple ritual. Every morning, write down the 3 values you will live by today. Write them clearly, say them out loud, repeat them in your mind when necessary. For example, today I choose discipline. Today I choose focus. Today I choose self-respect. You will feel your mind shift immediately. You know who you are. You know what does not belong to the person you are becoming. You know what needs to be removed from your life. Values keep you on course even when emotions try to pull you off the path. People do not quit because they lack ability. They quit because they forget what matters. When values are remembered, decisions become clearer, actions become stronger, life becomes more worth living. Ask yourself, am I living by what I believe is right or by temporary feelings? Does what I do today move me toward my better self or pull me backward? If the person I want to become watched me today, would they feel proud? Morning is when you define yourself. Morning is when you give yourself permission to live on purpose. And those 3 values are your public declaration that I am not here to drift. I am here to choose my own direction. Write your declaration below to anchor your mind to what matters most. I live by my values. Rule 9. Release what you cannot control to keep your mental strength. One of the biggest reasons your mind feels drained early in the morning is that you spend too much energy on what is not within your control. And you worry about the weather, what people might say, whether today's work will go smoothly, whether someone has replied yet, and problems that have not even happened. Each worry is like a tiny needle. No single stab is severe, but together they puncture your will until it collapses. The Stoics understood this clearly. They lived by an unchanging principle. Some things are up to me, some things are not up to me. Strength lies in the ability to distinguish and choose. Epictetus said it plainly. All suffering begins when we try to control what is not ours to control. Yet most people tie their minds to what is beyond their reach. They lose composure when the weather turns bad. They grow angry when others do not behave as they wish. They worry about the future while taking no action in the present. The more attention they give to what they cannot control, the more helpless they feel. Morning is the perfect time to redraw the borders of your inner authority. From the very first seconds, decide, where will I invest my energy today? Imagine you wake up and see a negative comment online. You have two choices. You can react and let your emotions be led away, or you can remind yourself, another person's thoughts are not up to me. Whether I respond is up to me. When you choose not to let that into your morning energy, you keep your strength. Another example, you have an important meeting today. You worry whether they will like your idea and whether the outcome will be favorable. Those depend on many factors outside your control. What is up to you is thorough preparation and your best performance. Let the outcome arrive on its own. When you hold to action, you are strong. When you cling to results, you are tired. Releasing what you cannot control does not mean apathy or irresponsibility. It means you choose the worthy place to pour your energy. You choose what is in your hands instead of chasing fuzzy externals that drain you. Morning training ritual. Before the day begins, write down the 3 things you worry about most today. Then divide them into 2 groups. What you can influence, what you cannot control. What does not belong to you, let it go. Not to erase it instantly, but to stop it from steering your mind. Instead of saying, what if something bad happens, say, I will do what's up to me. A warrior does not waste energy on the useless. A warrior concentrates force on the most important point. Ask yourself, how much of my strength am I spending on what I cannot change? Am I throwing away energy on things that create no value? Am I living as the one in control or as the one being controlled? Morning is when you choose your role, either the person at the wheel or the person in the back seat, fearing every turn. You cannot control everything that will happen today, but you can always control how you enter the day. Releasing what is unnecessary makes room for what's essential. Write a declaration so your mind remembers this every morning. I release what I cannot control. Rule 10, see death so you can live. Write. Each day, there is one thing all of us know but keep trying to forget. This life does not last forever. Every day you wake up, the clock of life ticks down 1 unit. No one tells you how much time you have left. There is no warning light when your chances are about to run out, because they believe they have many tomorrows. Many people waste today without feeling any regret. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." The Stoic does not use death to be afraid. They use it to wake up. When you realize each morning is a limited gift, you stop waking up late, stop procrastinating, and stop living carelessly. You will not waste time on trivial things. You will not allow yourself to be trapped in petty emotions. You will love life with clear action, not with empty words. If today were the last day, would you want to argue with the person you love? Lie there scrolling for hours with no meaning? Delay your dream one more time? Neglect your body and your spirit? Your answer reveals what you are truly living for. Each morning when your eyes open, you have 2 choices. Either keep living as if you are immortal, or live as if this is the last opportunity to be true to who you really are. The person who carries awareness of death will act more deeply, love more sincerely, work more decisively, forgive more easily, and feel gratitude for every breath. They do not waste a minute on what is meaningless. They choose what creates value. They choose what leaves a mark. They choose to build a version of themselves they will be proud to look back on. Imagine standing above your own life, watching it all. You see every effort, every delay, every opportunity offered and then ignored. Would you feel regret or pride that you lived a day that truly mattered? Morning is the perfect time to remind yourself that you are living a finite journey. You do not know the future, but you know what you can do right now. That is enough to turn an ordinary day into a meaningful day. The practice is very simple. When you stand before the mirror in the morning, look deeply into your own eyes. Say quietly, if today were the last day, how would I live? And do that. Do not promise. Do it. You do not need to be grand. You do not need to change the whole world in one day. You only need to live as if every second counts. You only need one right action, one step toward a better life. You cannot choose the moment you leave, but you can always choose how you show up for today. Ask yourself, if this were the last day, would I treat myself with more kindness? Would I have the courage to act for my dream? Would I be brave enough to live true to my nature? Life does not wait for you to be ready. It is happening right now. Declare this so your own mind can hear it. I am alive and I will live right. Write that declaration in the comments. I choose a meaningful life. Identity shift. Ritual from reactor to leader. You have moved through 10 rules, not as a listener, but as a warrior who is waking up. Every rule you practice becomes a brick in your mental fortress. Every morning you defeat yourself becomes a milestone for a stronger version of you. Many people watch to this point to feel motivation and then stop. But you are not here to be entertained. You are here because you know you were not born to live an ordinary life and disappear as if you never existed. You feel something larger in your chest, pushing to break out. You feel you were made to be stronger, clearer, and more worthy of pride. Marcus Aurelius reminded us, life is short. If you do not use it properly, you will allow others to use it in your place. You will not let that happen again, not starting tomorrow, not starting next week, starting today. Look back at your old self, always waiting for inspiration before taking action, always letting fear lead, always choosing the path with the least resistance, always hoping for a miracle to change your life. You have lived as one who hopes without acting. It is all right. That is the past. From this moment, you choose to become someone else. The Stoic does not run from difficulty. The Stoic does not beg for an easy life. The Stoic loves challenge because they know it is the opportunity to train. You have learned how to wake up by decision, protect your attention, steady your breath, transform adversity, face the hardest task, stand tall like a winner, hold silence in your mind, live by values, let go of what you cannot control, and honor each day by living it well. These are not only rules, this is your new identity. You are no longer the person life drags around. You are the person who holds the reins and leads your own destiny. No one gives you this. You claim it yourself, with discipline, with choices. With every morning you rise as a spiritual warrior. Your self-respect grows each time you do the right thing, even when your feelings do not want to. Your will grows each time you defeat yourself, even by a little. Your life changes when you are steady enough to live by what you believe. You do not need to become the strongest person in the world. You only need to become stronger than you were yesterday. Place your hand over your heart. Listen to that beat. It is reminding you that you still have a chance. It is telling you that you still have time to step to a higher level. It is urging you not to waste another second. From now on, every morning is an oath. I will train my mind before the world tries to bend it. I will do what is right before what is easy. I will live by values, not by fear. I will move forward even when no one is watching. I will defeat myself before I try to defeat the world. You have stepped into the ranks of the 1% elite, not because you are better than anyone, but because you dare to choose the harder road, the road of the leader, the road of the one who rules the self, the road of a Stoic warrior. If you are still here, it means you are ready to declare your new identity to the world. From this moment on, you do not just live, you live with intention. A declaration of the leader. If you have watched to this point, you know you are no longer a beginner. You have chosen to become a spiritual warrior, and a warrior does not only listen but acts, does not only understand but practices, does not only dream but truly changes. Turn what you have learned into today's oath. Write one single line in the comments so your mind will remember, I train my mind every morning. That is the declaration of a person who holds the authority over their life. If you want to continue the journey of building mental strength every day, press subscribe so you do not miss any content. Each video will be a training session that brings you closer to the strongest version of yourself. Share this video with someone you believe deserves to wake up too. Someone who needs a push to leave the comfort zone. Someone who is on the path to reclaiming their will and their values. If you felt something shift inside you while watching this, press like so we know the message is reaching the right people. Remember this, you now hold the rules to master your morning, master your mind, and master your life. Tomorrow, when the alarm rings, you will know who you are, the guide, the initiator, the person of action. See you in the next training session. Keep moving forward. Never stop.